everyone. Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Started working on this little bunny yesterday, so I thought we would work on him. I've got just a little while. This is church night, but I've got just a little while to work on it. So I was going to bring you in to paint with me. Hello, welcome, welcome. As you hop on, say hello so that I can make sure that this is working. I am Pam Savage with Young at Heart Creations. Love to paint, love to teach you to paint. Love to paint with you, and I love to learn from you. I've learned so much from you ladies that watch and follow, and some of you guys also on here, and I've watched your videos and I've learned so much from you that I want to go ahead and get started. This is what we're going to be working on just a little bit. Don't know if we'll get it finished, but you know me, I'm always putting too many details on things, but I think it makes a difference. So I'm going to bring you on down. I know everybody's probably busy today, but if I'm going to paint, I'm going to paint with you because I told you I would not finish this without you. I do have a little bit better voice today, so I'm going to go ahead and bring up the iPad. I'm still a little squeaky, but better than I was. So let's see if we can get me pulled up here. I don't want to hear myself. Okay, so I think we're good to go. Yay! Hi, Jane. Thank you for hopping on. We're going to work on this little bunny some more. So I was just about to work on the eyes, finishing them out. And typically I kind of draw them out. I guess I should do that before I get started with that black. That black's hard to get rid of. So let's go ahead and just kind of draw the insides of the little eyes. So many different ways to do the eyes. For me, this is one of the easiest. Here's a different way that you can do them. Here's another one that I did. So we're going to add some details like on this one. On the yellow one. So, okay, so I think I've got that filled in pretty good there. So I'm just going to use a little liner brush. Hi, Jean. Hope y'all are having a good Wednesday. We went and voted last night. Usually takes us maybe 15 minutes or so. There were so many people there, which is wonderful. I mean, that was great. But it took us about an hour, and usually just takes us about 15 minutes. So it was definitely full. Young and old people alike there. Okay, so we've got some eyebrows there. But it was really a pretty day. Now you could do just blue eyes if you wanted to. I mean, you can do them really any color that you want. I've done them both ways. So let's go ahead and outline just right underneath that white part. So as you can tell, I am still hoarse, but much better than I was. Okay, so let's do the other one. And then we've got to do the mouth too. I went to both of our Dollar Generals here in our area this morning to get some of their wood cutouts, spring wood cutouts. They did not have anything. I mean, the shelves, it was like, I guess they have not even put it out yet because, I mean, there was zero. It was just bare. So I'm going to go back in a week and see, because I was wanting an egg cut out. When I'm lining, I get a little quiet. Sometimes I hold my breath. Okay, and then let's just fill it in with the black. And then I'll come around with just a little bit of blue around that eye, just the outside of the black. From Northeast Georgia, what is your weather like there, Jean? It is gorgeous here today in North Texas. I'm about 50, 60 miles north of Dallas, and it is 79 degrees here today. 79 and sunshiny, beautiful. Just a little bit of wind. It's supposed to be that way the rest of the week until Saturday evening. We've got a 20% chance of rain. And then Sunday we're supposed to have strong storms. Okay, so for me that's when they come to life. It's when you put those little eyes on. That is my favorite part of doing any kind of an animated piece. Okay, I'm going to switch down to a little bit smaller. Let's see. Still haven't unpacked my other ones, little brushes, but I think this one will be better for the eyelashes. Just a little bit thinner than the one I've got. And we'll give her some eyelashes. Just a spot there. A little bit of water on that brush. I don't want a lot, but when I'm doing lining work, I do like for it to be a little thin. So I do a long one, short one, and then a long one and a short one. There's the difference. Then you're going to do the same thing over here, only the different opposite direction. So we'll do a long one, and this one's got a little bitty piece of fuzz on it. Just almost microscopic, but it can make all the difference in the world when you're trying to do something very tedious. Clean this up just a little. There we go. So long one, and I'm not putting any pressure, barely putting any pressure. And a short one, long one, short one. And down at the bottom, 1, 2, and a little one in the middle. Okay, so we've got our eyes. Let's switch back to the other liner, just a little bit larger. I'll load it up pretty good. I was just getting it on the tips of that one, but I've got a little bit longer to go with it this way, so. Need a little more paint. Makes such a difference. All right, I don't want to get my hand in the eyes. Let me go ahead and dry those eyes just in case. I forgot to plug my quiet dryer in. So I'll try not to use that much. All right, so let's go this way. Okay, we'll put just a little bit of that pink in there. Just kind of dry brush it on with a little flat brush. Just in that smile area. I went over it just a little bit on the black. Okay, and then we will put just a little bit of white in it for some highlight. And I'm just going to get just the tip there on the brush. I'm going to put it on, take it off, just right there in the center. Not a lot of pressure. Sometimes I do put blue on the outside of the eye, but with the color this one is, I think this blue may clash a little bit. So I'm just going to leave it like that and put the little dots in the eyes. So I'm just going to use the lid. Let me get one of my little daughters. Sorry, I didn't realize my phone had moved. Okay, so now I feel like he has some life, or in her. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Miss Melinda. Trying to get this bunny finished up. Okay, so now we're going to go with our Laguna, the shading color that we used yesterday. And we're going to make it look like a little stitched bunny. So first we'll go down the center. Water drop. Make sure you can see there. Okay, so we'll just stitches. That's all we're doing. I finished this last night and went and sat down, well, after we got back from voting. And the part one last night already had over 300 views. I couldn't believe it. That's a lot for me because I usually get, oh, I don't know, 80, 90, 100 and something, sometimes 200. So I was tickled. Of course, one of the ones that's watched the most is the one where I sound halfway like a man. Okay, so we're going to go around all the edges. Just inside where we floated. Just about a, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch from each other and just making little dashes. Turned the air conditioner on right before I came up. My room is upstairs, and it is still warm up here. It just hasn't cooled down yet. We've had the heater on, and today we needed the air. Did it right inside here. It's easy to miss a spot on all these little places. So let's start here. And this would look just fine without the stitching. It's just another little added detail. You could do it in white. You could do it in the pink, I guess. Just whatever your preference is. And I'm just using that little liner brush, curving the stitch where it's a curve. Okay, we're going to go straight down the center. Our phone rings, I'm telling you, 15 times a day. Scammers or people wanting to buy our house. And the ones that are calling wanting to buy your house, you know, they'll give you cash for your house, blah, blah, blah. But what they do is they only give you a percentage of what it's worth. We're almost done with the top half, and then we'll do down here. And then we'll put some, may wait on the polka dots, and we may go ahead and get the little chicken on. Okay, and just like that, we have a stitched bunny. So let's do his belly and his legs. And these dry pretty fast. Take my bracelet off. It's bugging me. How's Miss Heather doing? Heather has already, she's already signed up for the paint day on April the 28th. I cannot wait to meet you. It's going to be so much fun. It's just going to be kind of a relaxing paint day, but we're going to have fun learning some different strokes. If you have not heard about the paint day, it is going to be local here in a community room at one of our local banks here in Sherman, Texas. And it's only $35. We're going to be making, if you'll go on my Facebook page here, I've got, let's see, do I want to go inside or outside? We'll go inside. I've got the details on the website and my Facebook page. But if you'll go to my website, youngatheartcreations.com, and click on events, it will have all the information and the registration link for you if you would like to register. We'll start at 11. It's on a Thursday. So I know some of you are like, I got to work that day. You know, maybe you can take a day off. If your kids are in school and you're an at-home mom, what a great day out. If you're local, you should be finished in time to pick the kiddos up from school. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to go on the inside of the toes. I don't want to just overdo it. Maybe it's too late for that. Maybe I've already overdone it, but I like it. I think. We'll see what the end result gives us. And again, I'm going just on the inside. Since this is the same color that we floated with, if I put it right on top of that float, you would not be able to see it. And these are not all exactly the same size. I try to get them close. Not exact. Okay, so I think that is all of our stitching, and that was really fast. I mean, just barely 5 minutes. I did get my finger in some of that white paint there. Let me I can scratch it off because it's already dry. And then we'll clean it up a little bit with the black. Didn't realize I'd gotten my hand in it. Okay, there we go. Like it never happened. Okay, so let me dry that real quick and then we'll trace our little chicken on. I think I will go ahead and do some little white highlights on the ears there in a couple of places. Just to kind of brighten it up. Now this is kind of like warped, so what I will do tonight after I get it painted, I will kind of spray it with a little bit of water. Not enough to activate the paint, but just enough to get the wood a little bit damp. And I'll put a piece of wax paper over it and then put a heavy book or something on it to flatten it out. This wood is very thin. It's on his little cheeks there, her whiskers. We've got some on the nose here, a little bit more. We've got the pink under there, so we're good there. Some white in his toes. Let's put just a little on the sides here. May be hard for you to see it on camera, but it is adding just a little bit of highlight. Well, thank you, Miss Cindy. I know the our Dollar Trees didn't have any bunnies at all. I got bunnies and chicks last year. They didn't have anything. But I mean, it was like they had just cleared the shelves, getting ready to put something out. So I'm assuming they just have not put it out yet. So we'll see. Okay, so that should be dry enough. Here's what we've got so far. So now let's put our little chick on, and I'm just going to line it up best I can. I just kind of hand doodled this so it's not exact, but I think it's close enough. Okay, I've got it where I want it. Typically, I guess I could put a piece of tape here just to hold it in place. And then I've got a piece of graphite paper. Gonna slide it under there. And I'm going to be careful not to rub around it, I don't want that graphite everywhere. This is actually carbon paper, and I think there is a little bit of difference. The carbon seems to be heavier than the graphite and does get on your surface a little easier. This is actually paper that I used in typing class back in 1970 72, 73, and I'm still using it. So I used it in high school in typing class. Okay, let me lift that up. See if we got it on there. Good enough. So I've had it ever since I was in high school. And we had manual typewriters my first year. We did not have any electric typewriters. So you had to have the carbon paper if you made a mistake. Okay, so I'm going to put a coat of white on this egg first, and then we'll put some pearl on it. And I'm also going to base coat the little chickie in the white, just so it'll show up better. It's just apple barrel white. Apple barrel is a little bit, it's thinner than most paints. Let's see. I'm going to go with a round brush. This one is a number 3. That will also help putting an undercoat on like this to cover up that graphite, because we're going to go over it, I think, with a pearl color. We'll see. I think my voice is doing so much better, but still, when I get to talking, I do start coughing some. Doctor gave us the all clear. We're not contagious anymore. No more flu. So get to go to church tonight. I'm excited. Do not like to miss worship services. Okay, just getting up in that cracked egg part. Let's go ahead and do his little head. And I'm just kind of flattening this little round brush out as I'm going around. Just smoothing it out. This is just our base coat. Now it's kind of blending in right now, but it's going to be yellow, so it'll stand out. And I can still see my little lines. I'd gone back and rewatched the video last night. I always do that just to make sure everything's looking okay on it, and seemed a little blurry. But then I went also and watched some other videos that they had done around the same time I had done mine, or a little earlier. They were also blurry in and out, so I'm kind of thinking it was either the internet or Facebook was doing something. Okay, so let's try that. Okay, all cooled down. I'll take a little bit of wax paper and smooth that out just a little bit. Sorry for the coughing. Well, thank you, Miss Jean. I'm always my worst critic. I look at it and I think, it's too busy. It's not busy enough. It needs something else. No, it's got too much. We do need to put some whiskers out here. I'm going to do that right quick before I forget. Well, we've got some white out here. Get it kind of thinned out. I got a big old clump on it. Okay, so let's do 3 dots. Okay, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and kind of curving them around. 1, more paint. 1, 2, 3. We'll go 1, 2, 3. There's so many different ways you can do their whiskers. I mean, you can make them all come from one point and go out. I mean, there's just so many different ways that you can do them. Let's make these a little bit longer. Okay, so we've got some whiskers. Okay, I think that's dry enough. Let's go ahead and do, I'm going to put, this is called, it's a champagne color. I'm going to see if I like it. I may not like it. We'll see. Kind of a pearly color. It's kind of got just a little bit of a, I don't know if you really call it a glimmer, but it is really pretty. So I'm going to try it and see what we get. Let's see what brush. I'm going to try to use this little flat brush here. We'll see what it does. Okay, yes, I do like it. I might go back over it just a little bit with some more white. And then I'm going to ask your opinion on something to add to it. I always have the hardest time with the arms or the paws. Feet I have no problem with. But where to put arms, or if to put arms. I've got one I did little kind of skinny arms on. And then the yellow one that I did not put any arms. Okay, it is for sure giving it that little kind of eggshell glimmer. Very glimmery. It's got a diamond on the top of it, so I'm not sure what that means. Oh, it's metallic. It's a metallic champagne. Okay, so let me look at it. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of dry brush some white back over that to tone it down. Oops, too much water. Because I don't want it looking brown. But I do want it looking like it has that pigment that an eggshell has. Might do a little bit of shading with some gray. And I'm purposely leaving it a little rough so that it does have some texture on it. Okay, I don't know if you can see that or not. I think it's cute. Okay, I am going to take a little gray. I'm going to take drizzle gray and just kind of go around the edges a little bit with some floating. Ooh, that came out good. Almost too good. Again, I'm going to use this tiny, tiny little flat brush. It is a Velvet Touch chisel blender, number 2. So I'm going to put a little bit of white and then just a little bit of gray on the corner. Having a hard time seeing it with that ring light. I'm just going to go kind of on just around the edges a little bit with the gray. Okay, I had gotten gray on both sides of it. It wasn't doing my trick. I usually take where the words, the name of the brush or the number of the brush is, and that's the corner I put the highlight or the shading color on, so that I don't put it on both tips, because it will not work right if you get it on both sides. Okay, and then I want to go up in the little edges. So glad y'all are on here. Thank you so much for this time of day. I know everybody's got things going on. I always appreciate it when you hop on here. I tell you, I don't realize how much I enjoy it. Talking to y'all, painting with you, until like the last 2 weeks I'm sick and I haven't gotten to be on here. I miss chatting with you and painting with you. And okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to tone that down just a little bit with some white. Going to kind of get it on and then get it off and just tone it down a little bit. Also gives it a little more texture. Okay, let's put the little details on the chick. And then I've got a question I'm going to ask you about a couple of things. Okay, so we need our yellow, and I'm using primary yellow. You could use cadmium yellow. Several different colors would work. And I'm just going to go ahead and use my round brush. Load it up and then just kind of flatten it out. You could use a flat brush as well. I'm just using what I've got laying here. My granddaddy and grandmother on my dad's side had a big farm, and there were always little baby chicks, and I just adored them. I would always, baby chicks, always a litter of new Chihuahua puppies. I always had a Chihuahua puppy growing up. Absolutely adored them. He had horses, he had a dairy farm, so there were always cows and calves, kittens, and he raised peacocks. So it was always incredibly fun to go to the farm. It was in Bonham, Texas. Just about, 45 minutes to an hour from here. So we got to go a lot. Oh, but I loved all the baby animals. Loved going horseback riding. Playing in the cornfields and the hayloft in the barn. So many wonderful memories. I'm going to take my little liner brush again, and we're going to give him some little hair sprigs. Might have to do those white first to get them to show up on that pink. So let's do that. Let's put some white on there, and then we'll go back over it in the yellow. Then it should show up much, much better. Okay, now for his little eyes, and I rarely ever do this, just put dots for eyes, but since it is so tiny, I'm just going to put dots for his little eyes. Just using black. I am going to do a little bit of shading inside. Let's go ahead and do see if this color shows up. Well, let's go ahead and do it in white first. Sorry. I had not planned this. I'm just kind of doing it as we're going. Well, thanks, Cindy. Thank you so much. Hi, Kathy Peters. Your mom has chickens. Our neighbors have chickens, and we can hear the rooster every morning. My daughter-in-law and son used to raise chickens, and she would buy just gorgeous ones. I didn't realize how many different kinds of chickens there are. There are some really pretty ones. Okay, so I'm going to do the beak in white first. And then we'll do it in the shading color that we're going to do. Add a little more white in there. Okay, let me dry that real quick. And let's go ahead with that. This is Antique Gold. Excuse me. And I need my liner brush to do the little hair. I think we'll do it in this gold color. And then we're going to shade around there. So I'm going to go back to my little number 2, tiny, tiny, tiny little shader. And I'm going to get some of that base coat on there of the yellow. I think I can do this without getting too much on there. We'll see. All right, let's see if we can go around. That was too much. Grab my baby wipe. Okay, let me pour some on the plate. That wasn't working too well. And that is such a tiny, tiny little spot. I may go with this flat brush and just kind of dry brush it a little bit. Sorry, keeping you in camera. There we go. Now it looks a little dark right now with this shading on here, but we'll put a couple of little white highlights on there. I want it a little bit darker in here in these crevices. Now see, y'all look at this and you talk about my detailing and everything, and I look at everybody else's and say that I don't see that in mine. So isn't it funny how we all look at things so differently and how we're We don't see our work. You don't see your own work like others see it. A little bit of yellow where I didn't want it. Another coat of his beak. And let's give him some highlights. I'm adding a little bit of that lighter yellow on top of his little hair. Softening up the highlights. And we're going to put just a little bit of white. For some cheeks. You could even do you can make some little fuzz coming out all around his head. Okay, and I'm just kind of softening it up with this baby wipe. And then I'm going to add just a tad of white. Okay, so question number 1. Here's what we have. You can see that. Very simple. I mean, nothing fancy. But I was thinking about putting little sprigs of grass up here like they're sitting in the grass. What do you think about that? Hi, Karen. Oh, Jean, you grew up in a ranch. Oh, no, there were just so many wonderful memories. So what do you think about some grass? I'm leaning towards putting some grass on there. What do y'all think? Give me a yay or nay what you think. But just some little sprigs of grass down here. Just a little around the feet and around the belly area. We'll do darker green first and then just some light green as well. Okay, so my plate's getting kind of full here. Okay, I don't see anybody commenting, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Wash that brush out good. Just going to go with a round brush. Let's see which one's a little smaller. This one's a number 3, I think. I don't know, it's worn off. It's hard to tell. Different brands have different numbers. A number 2 with one brand may be larger than a number 2 with another brand. Okay, thanks, Karen. All right, Karen wins the vote. And did y'all see my post today that I'm only 27 away from 700 followers? So please don't forget to sprinkle the videos. I appreciate it. We're getting there. So when I get to 700, you know that you will get some happy mail sent out. Okay, so let's just start right here in the middle and we're just going to just start flicking out some grass. And I like to go all different directions. I like for them to overlap. I get it a little bit watered down. And I always start with the darker color first, because when you see real foliage, the new growth is always lighter than the existing. So now I'm kind of going back the other direction. By the way, there's a different brush you can use to do this as well. A flat, scruffy brush. Several different ways you can do it. But at our paint day that we're going to have on August the 28th, you will be doing this exact thing right here on the box. I'll try to remember to show you what we're going to be doing. Most of you, I think, have seen it. And I've only heard from 2 of you so far. I have 18 seats, but I actually just really sent out a big reminder, and to some people for the first time that were not aware of it, that may be signing up as well. So I have 16 seats left. It's $35, and I will show you what we will be painting here in just a little bit. One of the things we'll be painting. We're going to do a couple of different, going to do some technique things, just some practice on some things, but the little box that we're going to do is so cute. And you can just use it for so many different things. I got to thinking last night it would even be cute in a little baby's room, little girl's room, the way we're going to paint it. Now I'm going to go down here and just kind of fill in, just barely kind of fill in completely, just on the edge, just at the bottom. And I want that a little more covered here, like he's sitting in the grass. And also on that paint day, you will just bring a sack lunch, crackers, or eat before you come. But bring you a snack if you want to. And we're just going to paint until we finish. I'm guessing probably 3 hours. It'll start at 11. And it will probably be maybe 3 hours. Look, I think I'm going to go a little further out on the feet. And I am watering this down just a little bit. Because his feet would also be resting in the grass, or hers. I got in the yellow instead of the green, which is not too bad, because it'll blend in. And again, kind of fill it in just between the blades in them. Okay, so there's the first layer. Now we're going to go in with a much lighter. That was Hauser Medium Green. Now we're going to go in with Hauser Light Green Deco Art. Same brush. Okay, and we're just going to go right over the top of it. You don't want to cover it up, so it won't take quite as many strokes, you know, with this one, with this color. Because you just want to kind of put some on the top to look like new growth. We may even go with a third little bit lighter green. So I'm not putting near as many with this color, just enough to kind of give a hint of some new grass coming in. Going both directions. Just kind of coming down here at the bottom, filling it in just a little bit, but not completely. Okay, so there's with the second one. And I am going to come in here with even a little bit lighter green. This one is Anita's All-Purpose, and it's a lime green. So look, it's almost yellow. Not quite, but almost. Not much at all. And in fact, I'm going to go with a smaller brush, smaller liner, because it's basically just going to be highlighting. We could even put, oh, I don't know, where do you stop? I was thinking about putting maybe some little flowers down here, just some little dots to look like flowers, but I don't want too much. Okay, so what do you think? Think we need to put some tiny little flowers on there, or do you think it looks okay just like it is? Second question is, hi Cindy Pugh. Okay, so Karen, you think I should put little flowers, or you were saying yes about grass? Which one were you talking about? And then my second question is, I guess third, because I asked about the grass, then the little dots for flowers. And do you think we need to put any polka dots on it? Or do you think it's got enough? Do you think that polka dots would take away? Here's polka dots on this one, but we really don't have anything, you know, down here. So that's polka dots on that one. This one is without polka dots. We could put some maybe polka dots, but not as many. Or do you think he looks or she looks fine without polka dots? Which do you think? I usually don't put polka dots on the face, just on the ears and the belly and the feet and inside of the ears. So what do you think? Take a vote. I don't know if I can get them both side by side here. Without or with polka dots? Without little flowers or with little flowers? All right, so y'all tell me. I'm gonna let you choose. I'll do whatever you vote on. Hi, Miss Jerry. Did you already have your hand worked on? Enough after flowers. Okay, that's what I was thinking. I'm kind of thinking the polka dots are going to make it too busy. Okay, so I've got a yes on the flowers, without the polka dots, with flowers. Okay, all right, let's put some flowers here. We'll do some of the, of course, we'll do some white ones. Let me get my little daughter here. Let me get my bigger one. So I'm going to go with a little bit larger. All right, voice, don't play out on me now. I'm almost done. And I'm going to dip in the white. I'm going to need a little more white. And that one's getting kind of dried out. Okay, so let's put some just little white ones here and there. And I'm just randomly placing them up and down. Let's put some of the dark pink. It's called Coral Blush. Let's see. And we'll put some yellow. Okay, I think I've got enough yellow here. If I dig into it, it's still wet enough. Looks kind of Eastery, springy. And I don't think I'm going to worry about putting arms. I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, let me hold it still a minute. What a difference that made. Okay, what else do you think it needs? Do you think it needs anything else? Does this look too plain up here? Or is it fine? What do you think? I could do a little ribbon bow here or just leave it plain like it is. What you think about it? Yes, his arms are behind his legs. Thank you. I hate doing the arms on these. I did one. I don't know what I did with the one I had hanging up here. It's over there on the floor somewhere. But and it looked okay, but I just kind of like it sitting there. Got his arms behind his feet. Oh, that was Wanda. Okay. Okay, thank you, Jerry. Hi, Doris. Is this your first time on, Doris, or have I just missed your name before? If this is your first time, welcome, welcome. So glad you're here today, all of you. And if this is your first time, this is not my normal voice. I have been sick with the flu for a couple of weeks and did not have a voice at all. So it's much better today. Okay, so does it need anything else, or do you think we are done with it? All these flowers up here so you can see the difference it made. A lot of times I will put red in there. Red really pops, but with the color scheme that we have, I don't think we really need the red. Now you could come just under with the whiskers, just under the nose and do the whiskers just a little differently. Let me grab that other one. Hang on just a second. Here's the one with the arms and the little bit different whiskers. Just holding an Easter egg. So the whiskers are a little bit different on that one. And that's what's so much fun. You can just do them so many different ways. So these two both have kind of the same eyes. This one has a little bit different eyes, more of an oval. You could even do the eyes closed. Let me grab a chicken that I did quite a while back. But, and I don't normally do closed eyes because I like them looking at you, but this one was just so cute. And I may do it, I think it would be cute doing it different colors and doing little baby chicks down here. But look at her pretty eye. This was not my pattern. It was a pattern out of a book. But look how pretty. She looks like she's just a resting mama hen. And I think that eye is just as pretty closed as these are open. So there's just so many different ways. I love, love, love looking at all the different ways that the eyes are. So many different things, but after the class that we're going to do on the 28th, you will be able to do anything on here. These are just all the strokes that you will already know and learn. And what we did today, you saw several things that are on that chicken there, so it's not anything really different. I mean, we had base coating, floating with shading and highlighting. Shading is darker, highlighting is lighter. Liner brush, making just thin strokes. The less pressure you put on it, the thinner your stroke will be. The more pressure, like these, are fatter strokes. Same brush, just a fatter stroke, just more pressure on it. So there's so many little tricks like that, little tips that, you know, that help you with that. But that's that one. Let me get you raised back up here. You want all my eyes? She wants all my eyes. Well, let's see. I'm blinking here. I did, in our last class that we had, I did give out a sheet of eyes that you could trace, you know. And once you do them a few times, you, I mean, you just get that hang of it. You don't even have to think about it. Like this one, this eye is basically just an upside down U, or you turn it upside down and just do a U. I have a sideways eye. So I think I'll do that for this class, the painting class, paint party, whatever we want to call it. Thanks, guys. Saying it's so adorable. This is a really cute cutout. I like it a lot. But I will do an eye pattern. And I just go through and look in coloring books, children's cards, birthday cards and things like that. Children's books, children's coloring books, and then Pinterest and other things too. And you just do the ones that you're comfortable with, but a lot of them are just simple lines and just filling in. So I will do an eye sheet for the class on the 28th. So before I let you go, I want to remind you again about that. It's on April the 28th. My big live event was last August. But it will be August the 20th. I give up. Okay, rewind here. April the 28th. It's the first time I've done one. You're in Florida, Cindy. Aw. You did the gingerbread eyes and the snowman eyes. Yes, you did. And you did a great job on them. It's going to be inside a little community room at one of our local banks here. Very relaxed, very comfortable. We will be learning, quite a bit on the piece that we're going to be doing. Let me hold that up for you. What did I do with it? Here it is. We'll be doing this. And so this will be the first time that we're going to be painting the inserts, the little terracotta pots. You can choose whatever color you want to do them. And I think I'm going to mainly use mine for paintbrushes, but it would also be cute in a little girl's room. You could just do so many things. You could not put these in it and put little towels or little washcloths and things in it. There's just so many things you could do. And then we're going to do a little bit of Mod Podging with napkins on here. The technique that we just did with the little dots. There's some flowers and grass on the bottom. We'll be doing a lot with your liner brush. We'll be using a round brush. I would like for you to bring your favorite brushes if you have them. I will have some there for you to borrow. If you don't have any, that is fine. But I'll be having a couple of door prizes. This is one of the door prizes, one of the little irons that everybody's Mod Podging with. I love it. I don't have one yet. Our Walmart was out of them, so I'm going to have to go to a different Walmart and get myself one. But this will be one of the grand prizes, or one of the door prizes. And it looks like it's going to be so much fun. I haven't used one yet. I'm really anxious to use one, so I might just end up ordering it off of Amazon, because our Walmart is still out of them. I got the last one that they had, so that I would be sure and have one for the party. So we are going to have just a great, great time. I have decided that I am going to also put together some really nice little napkin packets for you. That's going to have several different patterns of napkins in them for you to purchase. And they'll be very, very inexpensive. These were like $6 a package, so I will probably put a package together that will be $2 or $3 for several different patterns. So look at that pretty color one. That one, I'll have some of those in there. And then this one, I'm going to try to use this one on something when we get together next to paint here on live. So I've got lots of different napkins. These are the ones I just got at Home Goods. So if you've not been to Home Goods, you need to go get you some napkins at Home Goods. They've got some really pretty springy ones out there. Okay, I think that's it. I've got to go get supper going for before we go to church tonight. But here's what we did tonight, or today. Florida. Let's see, how long would it take you to get here from Florida? I would love to have you come. I just cannot wait to meet all of you. Thank you so much to the ones that have already registered. You've got everything paid and you're ready to go. So I will have everything, ready for you, your little kits. And who knows, I might have something like this there for you as one of the prizes, something I've painted. So we will see. I don't have all the details worked out yet. I just know it's going to be a lot of fun. It's only $35. I think it's worth an hour drive if you live an hour, hour and a half away, just to come spend some time with the ladies. It's been so long since we've all got to paint together. And I think you'll really enjoy it. I think it'll just be a good time for you. And it's glassed in doors, so we're not right out in the open where others can, see. I mean, they can see us if they wanted to see inside, but we won't be bothered by the bank traffic. It's a very nice room, and it's a real nice little setup. So I will get off here for right now. If you have any questions about the paint party, I do have to have at least 10 for it to make. I've got 18 seats, but I do have to have at least 10 for it to make. So if you know of anybody at all, if you can't come, I mean, what a great gift for somebody to, a stay-at-home mom that needs a day out. If you purchased them a ticket to go, that would love this, enjoy this. So think of things like that. Maybe you and your daughter could come. Maybe you and your granddaughter could come. I do suggest that it's probably 12 years and older, somewhere around in there with the level that we'll be doing. But that would be great. So anyway, just let me know if you have any questions about it. Go to the website, www.youngatheartcreations.com. Click on events, and it'll give you more details on it, and it does have the option to register there. So I'm going to get off here, go get supper, and then go to worship and see all of our church family in let them make fun of my voice. But anyway, love you guys. Thank you for sprinkling. Thank you for the hearts and the thumbs up. That means so much to me. I have grown so many, even while I was sick, so many followers. I did get a lot of the videos uploaded to my YouTube channel. Thanks, guys, for those hearts. They just mean so much to me. And that helps me with Facebook. So if you sprinkle, it does help my numbers to go up. And I hope in the near future, we're still trying to work out the details, but to start putting things on my website like this, put this on the website for sale. So we're working on those details as we speak. Not sure how long it'll be, but trying to get in that mode. I've been kind of leery of shipping things. I don't know why, but I know it's time consuming, but I've learned that I can limit how much I sell and when I sell it. So I'm trying to get braver and do those things. And y'all know me, I'm not technically minded, but I'm so proud of myself. I learned how to, I sat down, YouTubed it, and learned how to upload my videos to YouTube. So that was huge for me. I know that is nothing to so many of you, but that was huge for me because I'm not a technical person. So I'm trying to step outside of my comfort zone. So anyway, that is it for today. Thank you so much for hopping on here. Hi, Miss Tammy. You'll have to go back and watch the beginning. We finished our little bunny that we started yesterday. And I will post a picture on Facebook. I'll get some pictures on there of that. But thanks a lot. I'm going to let you go, and I appreciate you guys so very much. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.